You all like flowers, don't you? The flower is the most attractive part of a plant. It makes the plant beautiful.
But all the plants do not have flowers on them. The plants which have flowers on them are called flowering plants.
Students, you must have seen different kinds of flowering plants around your houses. Can you name some of them?
Plants like a rose plant, a blue lily plant, a mustard plant, and a sunflower plant are flowering plants.
Different flowering plants have different kinds of flowers. Now, this is a rose flower. This is a blue lily flower. This is a mustard flower. This is a blue mimosa flower. All these flowers are different from each other, aren't they?
They are different in color, shape, and size.
A baby plant doesn't have flowers on it. When a flowering plant is mature, a bud comes out. Then the bud grows into a flower.
All the flowers grow out of the buds.
Students, you all know that a leaf has different parts on it. Like a leaf, a flower also has different parts on it. Now, let us discuss about the different parts of a flower. This is a mustard flower. Now, have a look at its outermost layer. It is green in color, isn't it? The outermost green layer of a flower is the calyx. When a flower is on its bud stage, its calyx protects it.
A single unit of calyx is known as sepal.
Now, let's remove the calyx of the mustard flower. Tell me, what do you see?
We see the yellow part of the flower.
This yellow part is the second layer of the flower. It is called the corolla. It protects the inner parts of a flower.
A single unit of the corolla is called a petal.
Again, let us remove the corolla of the mustard flower. What do we see here?
We see matchstick-like structures.
Yes, here we see the matchstick-like structures. These structures are called androecium.
A single unit of the androecium is called a stamen.
Now let us remove the androecium of the mustard flower. The structure we see now is the innermost layer of the flower. It is gynoecium.
A single unit of the gynoecium is called pistil. A pistil is also known as carpel.
Students, different flowers have petals of different colors. A rose flower has red petals. A sunflower has yellow petals. A blue lily flower has blue petals. These petals make the corolla colorful.
Because of the colors of corolla, the flowers are colorful.
Again, let us remove the corolla of the mustard flower. What do we see here?
We see matchstick-like structures.
Yes, here we see the matchstick-like structures. These structures are called androecium.
A single unit of the androecium is called a stamen.
Now let us observe the stamens carefully. This part of the stamen looks like a sac. It is the anther.
The anther of the stamen produces tiny particles. These particles are like powder. The tiny powdery particles that an anther produces are known as pollen grains.
The part of the stamen that is below the anther is called the filament. So, the stamen has two major parts, the anther and the filament. Now let us remove the androecium of the mustard flower. The structure we see now is the innermost layer of the flower. It is gynoecium.
A single unit of the gynoecium is called pistil. A pistil is also known as carpel.
Now, let us observe the pistil carefully. The topmost part of the pistil has a knob-like structure. It is the stigma. The long part of the pistil that is below the stigma is the style, and the swollen base of the pistil is the ovary.
So, a pistil has three major parts. They are stigma, style, and ovary.
Students, now you must have understood that only flowering plants have flowers on them. Different flowers have different colors, shapes, and sizes.
A flower has different parts too.
The outermost green layer of a flower is called the calyx. The colorful layer of a flower is the corolla. Inside the corolla, a flower has the androecium.
A single unit of the androecium is called a stamen.
A stamen has two major parts, the anther and the filament. Inside the androecium, a flower has the gynoecium.
A single unit of the gynoecium is called pistil.
A pistil has three major parts. They are the stigma, the style, and the ovary.